There is no denying that, respective to the history in Latino America, there has been a history of anti-blackness, and you can look at respective nations, whether it's Mexico, Argentina. Look at the caste systems that were created, and it was descendants of Africans, black people, that were always at the bottom of the social class. Those social classes were organized by this pseudoscience of a racialized hierarchy, and part of that is because the Latino identity, it's inherently anti-black and it's anti-indigenous. It is an identity that is built on the erasure of those two groups and saying things like, oh, well, I don't claim them. Like, I'm very happy that you're not like that. However, I believe that you cannot accept an identity like the Latino identity without acknowledging both the good and the bad. And a lot of that bad is this normalized anti-blackness that we see across all countries in Latin America. And these are ideas that have influenced the culture, which is why you also have ideas like mejorando la raza. Something that I've been saying is that anti-blackness and Latinos aiming for whiteness is not something new to Latinos here in the US. It is also an idea that they bring with them when they come here to the US, because if you look at the history of the respective Latino country, you're going to find that there has been a history of anti-blackness, and it happens to get reinforced here in the US. So instead of saying, well, I don't claim them, I think it's very important to call that person out or call them in, because you cannot begin to deconstruct the Latino identity without accepting that there is inherent in it anti-blackness. But go ahead and let me know what you think.
Or any Latinos or Hispanics get in my comments about, oh, it's not all of us and it's not. Yeah, I know it's not all of you. That's like, I know I'm Latina and I know it's not me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we need to hold our people accountable. I live in Texas, okay? It's undeniable. It's undeniable. You come here to Texas, Latinos are using the word left and right, and I mean hard ER. And they say a lot of ignorant things about black people. They disrespect black people, all while trying to be black most of the time. I feel like here in the United States, we associate blackness with coolness, and a lot of Latinos that are not black, because there is black Latinos, but there's a lot of non-black Latinos and non-black Hispanic people that try to be a part of black culture and black community without actually liking black people. I think this actually comes from being in a system here in the United States that only recognizes black and white. Okay, we don't ever really recognize Latino people or Hispanic people. Therefore, we're left with so many questions about who we actually are, what we represent. We're left with so much ambiguity on what being Latino or being Hispanic actually is, because it's not a race. My family specifically is multicultural, multiracial. I grew up being very confused about my identity. I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of the problems I had came from the Latino community. The colorism, the racism, the, you know, even just the classism in the Latino community is crazy. We often forget that black Latinos even exist. And some of us have family members or friends who are black Latinos and deny their African ancestry. Again, I understand that not all Latinos and Hispanics are racist, but let's look at the stats. Let's look at the data. All the people that voted for Trump this year, a majority, it was overwhelmingly Latino people that voted for Trump. And if you're Latino and you're trying to deny any of this, oh, I never grew up with that. I really want you to think about things you might have been told as a child. If you had the nickname Güerita or Morenita or Negrita, I really want you to think of why the Latino community obsesses so much over skin color. Why does it matter if you're Morenita or Morenita Clara or Negrita? Why does it matter? I think we all need to question too, like why so many tios, tias, abuelos would tell us shit like, oh, don't go outside for too long, you don't want to be black, right? Oh, you shouldn't date black guys, you're too pretty for it, N-word, hard R. I need you guys to please stop acting oblivious. Like, stop acting like this is not a real problem in our community.
Finally, the Latinos are speaking up. They are admitting that the black Americans were right about Ashley Gonzalez. Now they are asking for forgiveness. Do you think they deserve it? Let's delve into it. Let's watch more videos and I'll be right back.
Have you noticed that the overwhelming majority of people speaking out against this are African American? Where are all my Hispanic and Latino people at? For some reason, as a whole, we seem to be oddly quiet about it. Could it be that the person in the hot seat looks a little bit like you and me? Is that why in your silence you're trying to distance yourself from it? Or could it be that maybe, just maybe, you feel as though if you speak out on it, you will be seen as just another inward lover? Oh, the shit just got real, didn't it? Now, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. This racist individual was in a position of power, in a position of authority over the very people she had animosity towards. Now, let me talk to you from experience. You see these scars here? These scars were given to me in 1985 by a racist police officer who, while stomping on my head and beating me unconscious, kicking teeth out of my mouth, told me before I lost consciousness that a Mexican ain't nothing but a light complected N word. So you see, I have a little experience with this issue. That experience has left a chip on my shoulder with regards to this issue. See, what you need to understand is that to these folks, the difference between a Mexican and an African American is the difference between 1-ply and 2-ply toilet paper. You might prefer one over the other. You might think one is better than the other. But at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, these folks are simply going to wipe their ass with the both of you. Now, I know race is sometimes a factor, but stop making it solely about race and start making it about principle. Now, I said all that to say this. A righteous person will stand up against unrighteous acts, regardless of who those acts affect. A just person will stand up against injustice, regardless of whether or not that injustice affects them particularly. It's that simple. Now, maybe I'm just old school because I come from a different generation. But coming from that generation, I'm just here to say this. Your silence on this issue speaks volumes. Your silence says more about you than words ever could.
We are in 2026. Who gives a shit if you used to be a slave? That's nobody's problem, not even yours. If your ancestors was this or that, Spanish, Latin people, ancestors, we also been a slave. We've been taken out of our lands, and we fight too. You're not special. You're not better than nobody else. Don't be a fucking hypocrite, all right? I stand with Gonzalez, and she don't deserve to lose her job or nothing because people are weaponizing something they use every day, but nobody else can use it.
And baby, you can't say nothing to me about Ashley Gonzalez because remember y'all said they could say it. Remember? It's black and brown unity. Right. And she unified both words, the E-R and the A. She said them both together. They can hold hands. And she said it how she been saying it. At home, in the office, at the table with her abuela. She said it how she been saying it. Right. The unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Because y'all be letting shit slide. See, me, I don't let nothing slide. This ain't no ice skating rink. But y'all be easy out there. And remember, it's just words when it's us. But when it's other people, I'm going to see if you can sit at the table with their mom and say a few choice words. I'll write something down for you. I bet you can't say them. I bet you can't. Because it's just words when it's us. But when it's everybody else, words matter. Right. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all be easy.
Ashley Gonzalez is an exact representation of the Latino community. They're being taught that in their household. And I live in Miami amongst the Cubans, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, where we get this type of energy on a day-to-day basis. Like what have we done as a collective to make every race on the planet hate us? I want to know. Please, can y'all get in the comments? I'm talking about white, Hispanics, Chinese, Indian, whatever race you are. Please get in the comments and tell us what have black people done that makes y'all hate us so much. I really would like to know. I would genuinely love to know. Even though I'm a black that minds my business, like majority of black people do, we mind our business. But for this particular reason, I'm not minding my business. I want to know. I really want to know.
Right now, a powerful shift in the conversation is unfolding. Some voices are stepping forward, taking responsibility, acknowledging that Black Americans have been raising important concerns all along. This moment isn't about proving others are wrong. It's about recognition, it's about accountability, and finally being heard when it mattered most. Growth itself starts with listening, and respect grows from understanding. Black Americans are standing firm, not in division, but in clarity, truth, and self respect. When conversations move forward toward accountability, real progress becomes possible. Now, if you like what you just heard and you enjoy what we do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification button, comment, but comment respectfully. Original credit to creators whose video we use for illustration and example. And I'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.